Boss spinning circles with dying demiurges. Relatable. Nope, why am I ceiling type? And Wind Shrine is the correct term are green Raymus. People don't want the ribbon. There's green Raymus, there's blue Raymus. Blonde Raymu. Essentially what I'm getting at is that every Touhou character is just a Raymu. Isn't it funny how she literally explodes? Like, her, like, in-game sprite literally explodes, and yet she's still alive. Can you believe this? Ugh. It was a good time now, but damn, that attack is brutal. He's Kaga's first attack was that, yeah. I love tall hitboxes. I love hitboxes that are taller than they should be. I gotta stop going wide and in when it's unnecessary. I gotta remember that the bullets are bigger vertically, but they're not really bigger horizontally. So it's finally time to test the horizontal limits of these bullets. At least it's a lot better to do that than it is to test them vertically. That was just me going straight into it. Vertical or not vertical. Too much. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, width-wise... Like, if we're comparing to the actual bullets that are, like, on screen, width-wise, the jelly beans are basically... feel almost the same. I wouldn't even be surprised if they are the same. But they might have a pixel or two difference, who knows. So the issue is vertically. Like, these bullets are taller than they look like they should be. So they really trip you when you expect to do like, oh, go left and then cut back to the right. When you're expecting, oh yeah, I should make it past the bullet. Or the bullet will be past me and I'll make it through, but don't because the bullet's taller than you expect. That was, my hand was off the keyboard for a second there. Ideally, you don't have to test the limits of the bullets at all, but like sometimes she gives you a slightly bad wave and you gotta push yourself one way or another, and it's very important to push yourself horizontally on this spell. Not by pissing my own ass. Okay. I have done this with real bullet sprites turned on. In fact, it's a lot easier. In my opinion. Or, I mean, maybe not a lot easier, but... I did, like, 2 attempts with it with... Not timing out, but, like, just tapping attempts with it with real bullet sprites. I think I did both of them. Oops. Source I'm less interested in, since the attack is a lot simpler. Well, actually, the attack is more complicated, but, like, the way to play the attack is a lot simpler. Maybe that's not even true. It's just easier. To me, at least. You know, I can play about mechanical skill on attack sometimes. I should probably play about this attack, mechanical skill a little bit too. Doesn't look it, but it really is. Mechanical problem. Those real butts look pretty goofy. I looked at it once. I was like, I don't care to practice it. It does look pretty goofy. You know what else is goofy? This attack. Dude, sometimes she just behaves. Awkward. You can only go so low. Gabe, why won't you let me go lower? Where's the subterranean Yukari Billy, but instead of going from left to right, you go top to bottom? No! The single knife all by its lonesome. Went too high, and then I tried to loop around, and it was too late. Of course, it was an enjoyable attack. It's definitely very stressful, but... You ever tried Surge Cross? I did do the Surge Cross timeout. I did get it a handful of days ago. I want to say it was like Monday or something. Monday or... It might have been... It was Sunday or Monday, I feel. I know I spent a little bit trying to get it, and I... 95% sure I got it. Look at all the pretty colors. And you know what's great? Today is Thursday. You know what that means? It means tomorrow's Friday. And you know what that means? That means we're basically at the weekend. I have itch in my eye. I got it. Too much. He lost the notion of time. I don't know, there was a period where I lost notion of time, but working a full-time job makes you regain the notion of time pretty easily. I guess maybe specify working a full-time in-person job, not a stay-at-home coding job. Don't make me do micros, Kaneko. I don't like when I have to do micros. Just let me macro every way. Sometimes you gotta force a few micros. Oh, I walked right back into it. I guess, yeah, I say the nice thing is how we're basically at the weekend, but should also be specified. It's also nice that because it's a summer weekend, but there's nothing going on. I had relatives in town last weekend, but this weekend I got no one in town, nothing I'm doing. This isn't a wedding weekend. There's nothing else going on. That's what also really puts it over the top. You know, the more I think about it on this attack, I'm always like, eh. I always thinking whenever I go, like, really far up to the side, I'm like, that's a bad thing. I should realistically just micro in the middle. It's better for damage purposes. But... Ooh. Awkward line. The more I think about it, the more microing in the corner, like, maybe not all the way, but, like, more to the side, is actually, like, has its own merit, because when you play, when you're in the middle, and you see, okay, the middle's blocked, then you move the corner over here to dodge something, you have more time to do it. I've never really put too much value in that on this attack specifically. Like, I've obviously connected that for other attacks, but I don't know if I've really connected it too much for this. Maybe I'm too paranoid about trying to be as centered for damage. Like, sometimes on the really awkward microwaves, just going really far to the corner, and then microing it. Ooh, and that's the line I hate. I hate that W. Where you have the blue wave in the middle, you're like, I want to micro it to the left, but then it's the red wave, and at that point, there's a blue wave on the left and right, and there's a red wave in the middle, and you're just completely trapped. I have itch. I got it. I stopped looking at the screen. The unfocused timeout when? The unfocus only timeout? Sounds like something Alan would have. That. Unfocused 120 FPS, blindfold, no limbs, yeah. Like, if you haven't done that, then it's like, are you really even a true Touhou player? Like, come on. Ah. Anyone found the Divine Virtues Wind God safe spot yet? Asking for a friend. It's really in the middle. Let me get on that. World safe spot works for only for one wave. Gotta take what you can get, right? Still waiting on hearing word about that Pet of Flare safe spot. I just did not get these micros at all. My brain is just not even trying. Turns out hard spell is hard. Who'd have thought? Maybe at some point as a Blaming X thing, I should, you know, agree that the attack's a little tricky. Revealed the safe spot for Hydro Camel. Listen, I can't wait for the day we get the Hydro Camouflage safe spot. And I've only been playing this game for a few weeks. Where's the Bumper Crop safe spot as well? Gotta get that one going. Come on. We found it, but it's TAS only. SMH. Move on past this for a little bit. That. I just hate that wave. They're like, oh, there's a wave to the left and it's to the right. I'll go in the middle. And then the next wave is just in the middle. And you're like, well, I guess I'll kill myself. Except you don't even get the opportunity to kill yourself because she's already killed you before you could do that. Like, I just hate that, like, the wave manip there. Sometimes she just goes up and makes your life a lot better, though. Certified clown piece non-spell moment. I hate myself for even thinking about it, wanting to attempt this for a little bit. Again. Here you go, here you go, here you go. Ooh, shoddy. Ooh, shoddy. Oh, look at that, beautiful. So worth it, dude. Sometimes you got style on him. Like sort of styles on you. Let's see, you just gotta you gotta take your wins where you can get them. Ooh. Why do the waves work the way they do when she goes down? Oh, the top to bottom movement is so... Sacrifice stage for too long. Yeah, it's an interesting mix to balance when doing runs, especially at the higher level. Not wanting to trap yourself forever in the early game. Why ba 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 boo? Backers, we got dies a stormy day. Yep. I did before, but I have a one miss in Subterranean, and that one miss is to Terrifying Hypnotism. That was a run, like every run I even capped Cat's Walk too, so like boom. Cat's Walk cap and everything. Perfect Oku. But I died to Terrifying Hypnotism. So clearly that's the hardest attack in that game. I hate you so much. Oop. Oop. I mean, my first 5 miss had a perfect Aya and died to Hina non-1. So, does that mean that Hina non-1 is harder than Aya? I think so. I think that's how it works, right? Clearly. I see no logical fallacy there. I love when she goes down! True, it has the easiest tutorial. No. I will take Alan's word and Altair's word, because they both have a lot more experience with all the shot types than I do, in that Reimu B probably has the third hardest. It's like the middle, you know, the 6, so third hardest. Reimu C, from what I've heard from them, has the easiest. Grab myself. The prop ranking? Here's approximately what I think it is. You could ask Alan at some other point. He'd have a lot more confident in the answer. It's something like Reimu, like hardest to easiest. It's like Reimu A, I think Marissa C, Reimu B. The other two Marissas, I'm really not sure the order. And then Reimu C, I think? All those spots, I believe, are like within a spot of where they should be. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard him and Altair say before. And I'll take their word for it. But it's also been a hot minute since I heard that, so... The problem that Reimu A has is that Double Black Death Butterfly and Flying Insect Nest are disgusting. Contrast that to Boap, which is literally safe-spotted. So, like, that's the thing about Reimu A, is the final you literally can just safe-spot. Marissa C, which is the Notori one. I'm not really too familiar with it. I've fought each attack like once, but it's been so long since I did it, and I only ever did them like once. I think some of that also might just have to do with the fact that, like, Marissa C sucks as a shot. So that, like, also holds it back a bit, but... Reimu B, I mean, Mountain Toss is a pretty gross spell. Like, it's not like it's elite levels of difficulty or anything, but it's just a difficult spell that can really do some gross things that you really gonna have to play really well around. Don't count out Demon Parade either. That spell is really difficult to look at and can trap you. Fog Labyrinth, definitely the easiest spell from Reimu B. I hate it with a passion, but I just hate Fog. But that one in the grand scheme of difficulty gives her a break, but her other two spells are pretty rough. Ended Arm, yeah. I'm not really familiar with the others as much. From what I remember doing Reimu C, I can pretty confidently say it's relatively easy. Relatively. But again... Oops, I did not mean to do that. But... most of my opinion towards this is just what I've heard from people who have a lot more experience than I have, because I have experience, but very little when it comes down to the other attacks. Reimu A is the only other one that I have, like, more knowledge about. Probably just because you see it more than most attacks, most shot types. Pretty fun, yeah, and speaking of Altair and Alan, they both really like their Reimu C. like playing the shot type as a whole, so I'm more inclined to listen to them when it comes down to the Reimu C rankings. You know, he really should have a Lily White / Momiji in every game. Just some random stage 4, like, mid-boss-esque thing just to piss you off. I think most games do to some extent, right? USD's got books, even if it's not the mid-boss. PCB's got Lily. I don't know how difficult the sort of mid-boss for Imperishable Knight is. Either the Reimu or Marissa have. Just because it's also kind of weird to rank, like, what's the equivalent there. This game has Momiji, obviously. I'd say it's not too bad, but it does have the Orin Midnon 2, which is a noteworthy attack. It's definitely not in the same league. However, makes me about Marissa A's Satori fight. I have never really heard too much of an opinion on that, so I can't say too much myself. But UFO doesn't really have any, like, stage 4 mid-boss-esque thing that's, like, just makes you want to hate it. That was not a time down. That would have been sure death. 10 Desires. I don't know how bad some of that Sega is for an LNN, but I really don't think it's that bad. Kazi's a bitch. Wow, that's rude. I'm gonna tell Allison that you said that. Okay, Kamikaze is trying her best. DDC stage... Well, DDC stage 4 is DDC stage 4, I don't know if I'd go above and beyond to say compares to some other things. Well, it definitely could. It definitely could. Yeah, it definitely could. DDC stage 4 is DDC. Sick-ass moves, buddy. Holy moly. Not gonna lie, I just creamed my pants a little for that count. Lol K doesn't have any moment like that in stage 4. Hidden Star... That was not time down. If you don't know how the Dancer Midnon works, it's kind of just the most disgusting thing you've seen. But I'm pretty sure from when I learned that the Stage 4 Midnon is routable. If I remember correctly. I remember very little of Wily Beast Stage 4. I remember a little bit of the stage portion, but I really don't remember much of, like, the beyond. like the early stage portion. Like I remember the beginning of the stage well. I remember liking the theme for that stage. And then I remember a little bit about Yachi. Because I think it's like Yachi Final. Yachi has some really cool spells. She stands out a lot as like a really interesting boss. She has so many peculiar attacks. And then has Jimbo. I don't know if Jimbo quite compares though. But at least combat. The Lily White probably no quite compares to this level, but it could probably count that. Those who play the game. Yeah, I remember trying to learn Jimbo during the 1cc. It's one of those things that kind of sucked, but then, like... I remember by, like, the end of I was, like, feeling a lot more comfortable with him. But then I beat the game and moved on, so I don't have any, like, concrete, long-term, like, opinion on him. I remember hating him, being like, oh, I see, like, what I'm supposed to, like, look for. And then I... beat him before I like could actually like get a stronger opinion on that. Maybe playing a little bit more here. Yeah. What? But, oh yeah, it does extend to PC98. I mean, Lotus Land has the cringe one, right? Lotus Land has the super, super, super cringe one. Although that one usually doesn't come to mind immediately when I think about it, because like when I think about like bullshit, I think about the rings on stage 5 before I think about the stage 4 mid-bosses. That one's got like the 2 mid-bosses, right? Do. Or am I thinking of stage 5 of Lotus Land? Who's stage 4 again? It's Alice Meister. Oh yeah, no. I think I'm thinking correctly. Dude, if PC98 had like spell card names, it'd be so much easier to remember like where things are, I feel. As is, when it comes down to like boss orders, I really have to think often about like the attacks of things, except for Shinky. But that's also partly because like Shinky is the boss I have like, you know, she has several attacks that modern Touhou bosses use, so like I know a lot of the attacks by like modern names, Head of Flare and Devil Recitation, right? Well, the weird thing about Lotus Lane, at the very least, I'm saying difficulty-wise for an LNN. I'm not like there's a bit more look than just that, but like this is the lens that I know. It's like that game has like it's like few moments where it's like boom, boom, boom. Otherwise, it's like really smooth, really consistent, and then you got like those handful of just that I'm going to throw up moments. Like outside of those like handful of moments, it's pretty smooth. Well, also I feel like Lotus Land Stage 4 gets overshadowed by what's after it because people are really obsessed with Yuka, and that I think goes a long way. Just State 5 rings, yeah. That might be my second favorite character. My favorite character is Stage 3 Rocks from SOEW. Too much right. I need to dash back slightly earlier. About a second and a half. Why was that one bullet going to the right? Oh, every other bullet was going down left. Why am I going for these? Just from that stage, yeah. Although, to be honest, the enemy I remember the most from that stage specifically are those stupid balls late in the stage that are just the worst. Like those handful of balls that just start like coming during like the very last portion of the stage. I think it's like the second last actually. They've sworn you, they're super fast and they're just like ridiculously hard to like play around. Especially if you don't have like a really good route for them. After those things again, yep. SOEW is one of the games of all time. Nothing pissed me off more than its extra stage, though. Damn it, I'm trapping myself too much. Like, if there are the top two things that tilted me the most into top three things that tilted me the most in Touhou, it's the photo games, Zanmu, and SOEW Extra Stage. Too much. What's that for your hitbox? Sprite? Your guess is as good as mine, okay? It's PC98. Everything's jank. Especially SOEW. Holy moly. I'm just pooping out my own butt. It'd be weird if I was doing anything else, but... Stage funny, it sure is something. I do like... Well, keep doing the stage over and again until you get enough resources to Rika that you can just bomb your way through her. Oop, you died to the rocks. Here you go. Time to restart. 1 more minute. Oh, you got back to the rocks. Oh, I died to the rocks again. Time to get back to the rocks. Oh, you got to the rocks. Oh, died again. Probably spent 45 minutes. Restart, just trying to get through that single portion. It was like the second time I ever got past it. I just, like, perfected the rest of the stage, got to Rika, then won. I also love the fact that, like, when you're shooting, your hitbox is moved 1 pixel to the left. So there's the safe spot in the bottom right corner. And if you're not shooting, you're safe. But if you are shooting, you're not safe. Wait, hold on, I gotta do the obligatory field swing down the middle. One more. Yeah, you just gotta love the way that things work in SOEW. Truly one of the games of all time. My bad. What did you want to look at anyway? Are you doing my encounter routing for me? Oop, too much. I'd stop doing stack. Encounter routing, yeah. Get one more cap, and then I gotta pee. I really gotta pee, but I want to get one more cap before I go pee. I'm really interested in how the Puppet Dance Nuzlocke is gonna go. I'm really optimistic, but I'm also, like, a little pessimistic. Like, I think for the most part it'll be quite fun and very enjoyable, but like, I have a slight feeling that, like, the AI is just gonna be, like, just borderline unplayable against. It's South Park bucket. What do you mean by that? I'll have you know, I've never watched an episode of South Park start to finish in my life. Oh, you just make a piss bucket joke. Warcraft episode. Oh yeah, I know that clip. The Warcraft episode is one of the few clips I know well. Yeah, I'm gonna go pee. I'll be back in like 45 seconds. Get wall by Miko or beat the entire game first try. Even if I get past Miko first try, I'm not being the entire game first try. I'm almost guaranteed. Well, I have you, Game Glitcher. I have a question. In case you know the answer to it. It's also Puppet Dance, so I'm going to make you dig into a rabbit hole more. I have documentation for all the boss fights in the game. I found documentation for all of that, sets and everything for all of that. Do you know, for the extended version, even with all the question mark fights and everything, do you know if I could find documentation for all the non-boss fights? Or at least some of them in extended. Oh, I was too much in luck. In the route pages? Is that true though? I feel like I just stopped like looking at the route pages at some point when playing Puppet Dance because of how like questionable accuracy they were. No, you don't know? Okay. Like, I remember one of the hardest things I could find on the Puppet Dance wiki is just finding encounter tables for extended. When are they adding Alice to Lost Branch? We're expecting that by 2028, probably. Not also with cakewalks, though. For a large part, but you know, how much of that are they cakewalks because you know you just send out your Pokemon till your puppet, excuse me, till it dies, switch into something else, and then like the fight's easy because you play it like that, right? You know, how long till it's like, oh, here's a puppet. You just here's a light. Here's some insert type. Here's a steel type. That's just pure steel. Let me just switch in my fire type ground move that you didn't expect, and then it crits you, and then you die. And you're like, I'm sorry, earth, not ground. Oh, that was a bad one. An extra command got this ability. What's the extra command's ability? Just let me macro in peace. Oh, 10 seconds left of the timer. Second best is the time. Second best time I've ever had. Opening. All light moves receive +1 priority. Oh yeah, you love that thing. Damn, I was so clean with it for so long too. Oh, wasted faith, sorry. That time was disgusting. Me when I'm a football coach on a losing team, and the enemy team calls a timeout with 30 seconds left, just out of spite. I'm also interested. I would be surprised if it does, but I also would be surprised if it doesn't. Do you have, Game Glitcher, do you have any experience using Nue's? I think Mamiso might have as well, but the illusion ability? Specifically, I'm wondering if the AI will actually be able to, like, fall victim to it. Oh! I believe I'll actually trick the trainer, since why would exist? Okay. So yeah, but I know in some Pokemon games, since Zoroark has the illusion ability, there are instances in some games, you sometimes ROM hacks, but like, where illusion works as intended, and the AI will see it as the fake Pokemon rather than the actual Zoroark. But I've also seen it not. I've also seen games where the AI completely bypasses the illusion ability and sees what, like, the Zoroark. Even if it's got the, like, the illusion up. And knowing Puppet Dance and its AI decisions at time, you know, I wouldn't put it past. Content programs, yeah. It's like, I've seen it where, you know, the AI is fully prone to falling for illusion, which is kind of what you'd expect, but, like, I've also seen it where they're not. Oh, I'm losing so much faith. Yeah, but it's not that big of a deal. In fact, the odds of it, like, coming up is not even that high, I feel. But it's a thought, right? It's not the worst spot. But I can't wait till I get Sukuna. It, like, works well, and then you just are absolutely livid over that. No, even better. I'm gonna use Sukuna. I'm gonna, like, stall out an enemy at some point, and then you're just gonna be livid. At the very least, with Sukuna, she's got 2 immunities, right? If you get the Steel Earth version, immunities to poison and electric. Why am I bad? No, the attack is actually just too difficult. By fighting. Oh, you're right. I'm gonna have my Pokemon quad weak to fighting out to 1v1 the fighting type opponent. Yeah, what a great idea. Guys, I don't know how I keep losing. I just keep deciding to pick the worst matchups possible. Like, this is incredible. Guys, I don't know how I keep losing to Tenchi and Lost Branch. I just keep adding the worst possible cards to my deck without any deck thinning, and then I lose. This is incredible. She must be the hardest enemy in the game. You died to Raid? I mean, Raid's a good attack. You gotta be careful about it. Because, like, there are many instances where you're like, okay, I should have the outspeed kill, and you gotta be careful about priority. I'm losing all my faith again. It's over. When's the Yorihime boss fight getting added to Last Branch? Hello, Hobbs. Okay, we didn't die to that attack this time. Progress. I'm actually kind of cracked with it. Woo, girl. Calm yourself. Boom, stage 1's done. We're like 1/6 of the way through the game already. Easy. Yeah, like on the card, yeah. That's how it works. I'm gonna go straight from 5-miss to LNN. That's a healthy way to put your expectations, right? Remember, always set unrealistic expectations of yourself and then be extremely disappointed when you don't hit them. Certified hitbox moment. You know, one thing Hina has going for her, when you look at her spray, she's just, like, happier than, like, every other Touhou character. Like, no other Touhou character that's just happy as she is. Fuck me, I should've just gone far left. Back to human. Me and my way to die to hydro cuckoldry. The downward movement at the last second. I'm in a bad spot.
Oh, what are those lines I'm picking? Oh my, oh gosh, why would you do that?
Push me into a pocket with two red bullets just on their way.
Why did I go for the score?
You tried to snipe me with that one.
Oh, Bubba!
Like, oh, let's dodge that red. Let's get to the right of that red bullet. That's hitbox mode. Sometimes she gets in a mood.
so faith-killed right now.
Finally, some nice lines on Ogane.
Nice. And we're so faith-killed right now, too.
The Wombo combo. Actually messed up. If I want to be more faith-filled, I gotta leave one of those guys alive slightly longer. I should have picked that. Those points up slightly quicker. SM Matrix over. Runs over. Do you think guys have iframes? I feel like these guys have iframes. 500,000 faith on stage 3? We're so back? Back to human. I mean, just a disgusting downward move. Like, it's just optical camouflage or hyper camouflage. Oh, I meant to kill that one. Hello, Kageyama. Okay, let's not bottom hug this time. What did I literally just say? Never funny. Nice. We take those. Switch. Ugh. But now the problem, child. Stage 4. What was Zune thinking when he made this stage and then designed stage 5? I was like, we don't want stage 5 to be that bad. Makes this stage.
Oh no, no, oh, that was so good. I had the time to get everything done well, and I just whiffed.
Okay. A little bit panic pills, but... whatever, we take those. Now the question is... I can't tell if Storm Dave is going to be perfectly fine if it's going to be my most hated attack in the entire game.
Oh, come on! Oh, both this and Momiji, where I have the line handed to me on a silver platter and I just don't hit it.
Disappointing. Oh well, I'll take a 3-miss through stage 4. I really like the design for this nun. Even if it's really simple, I think it's a really cool design attack. Or even if it's relatively quite easy.
Look at all this score.
Oh, Sine. Speaking of cool design attacks, I really like this nun as well. Bro.
Clean shake run.
However, there's a lot that can go wrong on stage 6. Nice Faith. Sometimes.
Oh, Taurus.
Why do I go for these lines sometimes? Not pretty slime. Look at the power of homing at work there. Bruh, don't force the macro. Holy base. Whatever. Run's a run, I guess. Okay, we take those. And we'll be back tomorrow.